Hi, my name is Peniel Ermiyas-Weldu. This is my introductory speech. Whether it's video games, websites, robots, or a cell phone, all are made possible by computer coding. While in earlier stages, digital coding had very restricted capabilities, today it is complex enough to bring forth artificial consciousness. The fact is, we are still in our early stages of technology, and if we don't somehow fix the Earth or figure out how to get off of it, then our technology would only advance. There seems to be next to no limitations on where coding will go given time. What I really find fascinating about this is that coding is taking many simple things in succession to build up one or many complex things. I find that I appreciate the many levels and graduation that there is to coding. It was revealed to me that DNA is no more than the coding of life. Made up of 4 nucleobases, DNA is responsible for making you into the person that you are today. If you didn't know, everything in your body is made up of cells. In every cell, there is your complete DNA sequence and ribosomes. These ribosomes read the DNA sequence, let the cell know what its use is. There are cells for everything: bones, blood, muscle, tendons, veins, but they're all made up by cells. And these cells, again, are coded by DNA. The obvious parallel between digital and biological coding blew me away. And to me, it's obvious that digital coding is basically just a synthetic version of the biological. Although just hearing about this and learning about it wasn't enough, I decided to become a genetic engineer about a year ago, and I've been studying for it thus far, so I can one day be able to genetically modify organisms myself. I see genetic engineering as one of the main jobs of the future. Though we are taking our baby steps with it, someday, like digital technology, we will make huge advancements to make genetic engineering far more complex and streamlined. While technology advancements have mainly helped us with our surroundings by making our life more simplified, whether it be via cars for transportation, a stove for cooking, phone for communication, or TV for entertainment, genetic advancements would mainly help us with our body by making us healthier in a multitude of ways. Once genetic engineering is mastered, any birth defections could be detected and fixed. And it's unclear because we're not there yet, but it may be possible even after birth. SARS or COVID, for example, was able to affect DNA in some cases to the point where food is changed or completely lost for life once new DNA affected cells are made. It is unclear how DNA is altered after the sequence is established, but given time, it's possible this too can be understood, mastered, and done. Besides the practical end of just making the world a better place, there's also an equally possible sci-fi end to genetic engineering. Things as crazy as winged humans, mermaids, super strength, super speed, living 1,000 years, or something simple like being super smart can all be done with genetic engineering given time. Besides just making our bodies basically immune to the most dangers in life, we can also, in a sense, optimize organisms around us, whether it be pets or food. This is done today with tomatoes being genetically modified to have longer shelf life, or apples that are modified to taste better. There is a possibility to eliminate world hunger with this. If you didn't know, there are plants like bamboo and ivy that have incredible growth rates. Besides both of them being a plant, these two organisms don't share much in common, and yet DNA evolved to allow the plant to grow faster than most other plants. When applied to our produce, it would theoretically allow them to have the sprouting, blooming, flowering, and fruiting stages all take place within a day, but then have the vegetation state take a year to 100 in a controlled environment, meaning the plant would take a day to grow, but would allow its fruit to stay ripe anywhere from a year to 100. To conclude, genetic engineering is no more than the coding of life, and one day this coding of life will allow us to change our life for the better, whether it be through changing us or the organisms in our environment we interact with. Most issues concerning biology will be solved with genetic engineering. I will keep studying genetic engineering to make the world a better place. Will you work to change the future with me, or would you rather wait until I make pigs fly? Thank you for listening to me.